All right, everybody, welcome to Virtual Bourbon. My name is Steve Akley. We've got a fun event today. It is the Booker's Year in Review. We're literally going to go through all three batches of Booker's tonight. We're going to taste them, we're going to rate them, and we're going to go through and we will establish what's our favorite, our second favorite, and our third favorite batch of the year. It's been a pretty crazy year for Booker's in that there's only three batches out this year. So did everybody catch that? Yeah, we had Freddie No on an event earlier this week, and he talked a little bit about that. You've been hearing that rumor that it was a quality issue, and that's what he said. So he said that it didn't quite measure up to their standards for the product, and they said, I don't think we should release this. And to the credit of Beam Suntory, big, large, multinational conglomerate behind them, for the most part, these big companies tend to be all about money and well, let's just get it out there and it is what it is. And maybe there's some winners and some losers, but they didn't do it. They didn't put it out. So I thought that was unfortunate. We didn't get a batch, but good that they have standards that they stick to, no matter what, even if it ultimately costs them money. So I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, anytime you get Freddie No on, it's a great event. So what we're going to do is we're literally going to go through all three of these and taste them. As always, we like to talk through nosing and tasting notes. Feel free. You can turn off your microphone and share anything like you like, or if you prefer to put it in chat, that's okay too. Whatever you prefer. So we are going to go in the alphabetical order. So A, B, and C. So we want to go ahead and open up A now. That would be good. Give it a pour. All right. Let's grab that one. I am going to go through this with you guys, talking about these things and all that. I have no vote, though, because I do know what these are. So, again, what's funny about these, we have two bloggers that write for the ABV Network. One wrote an article for us. The other wrote an independent article. And the greatest thing about it was they both had a favorite that was different. And matter of fact, the favorite of the one, he claimed was the only one that salvaged saved the year. And then what he ranked third, the other guy ranked first and said that one won by a landslide over the other two. So in reality, they flipped each other. They whatever the one said was the absolute best by a landslide, the other one said that was the worst, and then vice versa. So I think it's interesting. But again, neither of those two did this blind. So I feel like with a bigger group, the fact that we're doing it blind, I think is going to be a little bit more conducive to getting a legitimate score here today. So, all right, on this one, what are you guys getting on the nose? I mean, I'd say some light cherries, definitely fruit on the nose.
Yep, light cherry syrup.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Anything else on the nose? Peanut butter. Yeah, it's found on Beam products from time to time, certainly.
I get like a cookie, like a sugar cookie almost, like that buttery cookiness.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, burnt toffee.
Burnt toffee or coffee? Sorry.
Toffee.
Toffee, okay. Burnt toffee, yeah. That's kind of a classic taste. Or nosing.
Sweet cereal smell.
Sweet cereal, okay. Shout out to Kent Mace on that one. Apparently used to eat all of his kids' cereal when they were growing up. Fred, what are you getting on the nose on this one? Guy who just got selected to pick a bourbon.
I'm getting that cherry syrup also.
Okay.
Yeah, and kind of butterscotchy a little bit.
Okay. That's good. A lot of notes there, obviously on the nose. I think it means we're on to something good here, but let's try it on the taste and see what we got here.
Way different than the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
really different.
I'm getting tobacco.
Tobacco is good. Tobacco leathery notes for sure. For me, the heat kind of stays up front on this one. I noticed it doesn't necessarily move to the back. Carrie's got something, I think. She had the pondering look. That means she's got a good one here. What are you getting on the taste on that, Carrie?
It definitely has the leather at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Very different from the way it noses.
Yes. Yeah, so fruity on the nose, but not really fruity on the taste, I don't think.
Eat that roasted peanuts. As I'm getting a lot of roasted peanuts from
Roasted
original
peanuts is
bean.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. What about team bacon there? What are we getting on this one?
I'm definitely picking up both of the things that were put out there, the leather and the peanuts. I think more the peanuts even than the leather. Was the first I picked up on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Hey, Paul's here. Didn't see Paul come in. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, not too bad. How's it going?
Good. What are you getting on the taste on this one?
I get that, that common nuttiness that you get with these products, and I get a lot of. It's almost like a burnt cereal. I don't know if that's a thing, but
Yeah.
like if you overcook oatmeal or something,
Mm-hmm.
but in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Well, I was going to say, I'm getting a lot of burnt caramel, like not a sweet caramel, but like an over caramelized sugar note. So I agree with that.
Yeah, that's good, Patrick. That's good. Justine, we haven't heard from you.
I agree with the burnt.
Burnt. Okay.
Like burnt peanuts, burnt. Yeah, well,
Okay. Tony, I know Tony was talking nose peanut butter. So what are you getting on the taste on this one, Tony?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's kind of hot up front, like you said. But I'd kind of agree with the other notes, kind of the burnt caramels and burnt nuts.
Okay. Be keeping all this in mind. Ultimately, what we're going to have you guys do, and I don't know if you need a piece of paper or you can just remember in your head, it's only 3 numbers. We're going to have you rank them. 1 being your favorite, 2, second favorite, 3, third favorite. We will have that at the end. We'll give you a little bit of time. We're going to go through and taste all these. Then we'll give you just a little bit of time to go back through, taste side by side, and do some work on your own to rank them. So that's the format for tonight. I didn't mention that up front. Josh, how about you, man?
Well, I was just about to say, I definitely agree with sort of that burnt theme. Like I was going to call it sort of barrel char.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but it started off like nutty and rich and then went straight into that barrel char and like a little bit of spice, like spiciness on the back. I got more spice like my first couple sips, and now the spice is kind of subsiding.
Okay. Last one, Mr. Bill. What do you get there, man?
I'm picking up something like if you were to dip tobacco.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm getting, especially from that heat. It just tastes like that.
Okay. Oh, I forgot the legend. The legend. I'm gonna check in with you. What are you thinking there, buddy? Had some technical problems.
The burnt.
Okay. Okay, we're all in the editor's seat.
I get a burnt taste. I'm not quite too sure what.
Okay. I thought that was getting ready to get something really good there because it was like I'm getting a burnt.
No,
your voice trailed upwards where it was getting ready to say something else. So I didn't know there. Okay, that was it. That was the complete statement. Gotcha. Well, we did check it with Neil, but Melanie, it's good to hear from you too. What do you think?
Yeah, I had just kind of the burnt in a good way, caramel or oatmeal. Definitely, I got a nutty overtone. Heat up front, and then just kind of gently faded away.
Gotcha. Yeah, me too. weird on the heat is just to stay more up front and then kind of not progress heat back. It just kind of fade away more. Yeah, it does go back a little bit, but it fades. All right, next up, again, we're going to pour B. You guys will have the ability to go back to A, revisit before you do your ranking, but for now, we're going to pour B and get started on that one. All right. Okay. Way different on the nose. I'm going to go this versus this. Very, very different. What are you guys thinking on the nose on this one?
Burnt caramel.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely, yeah, some classic notes there. You know,
Very spicy on the nose. Very spicy.
This one's more floral to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Floral. Vanilla.
Kind of smells like a candle.
Could be a candle scent. I think a really good candle scent.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Steve. It's got the traditional caramel vanilla smell on the.
Yeah, this one is the classic.
I don't get any smoke on it.
Yeah,
though.
more classic.
Classic notes, I think, is what, at least on the nose. You know, sometimes the taste can vary, as we saw in the last one. We'll see. We'll see if what it comes with on the taste here. So let's give this one a taste and see where we're at. Right away, for me, more balanced on the finish and things like that. Not the heat sitting up front, more across the palate, warm hug at the end. So not overpowering either. You know, some of these Bookers can be a little bit on the warm side. This one, to me, hits the right spot.
This has a great mouthfeel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of silky mouthfeel.
Silky mouthfeel.
Really buttery along the palate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tastes
very
like
buttery.
a liquid peanut brittle to me. So
Like
I love peanut brittle.
buttercream frosting.
Got a great finish.
Buttercream
Buttercream
frosting.
frosting.
Yeah, buttercream frosting. Yeah, finish is really good on this one.
Anyone ever eaten pecans? As soon as you've cracked them out of the shell, just that raw pecan flavor.
Essence of the pecan. Yeah. Okay.
Muskiness almost.
Yeah. Bill, what do you think about this one? Very different than the first one for sure.
Yeah, it's I like it real well. It's like Fred said, it's real smooth, silky.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yep. Carrie, what are you thinking on this one? We heard from Justine, but not you.
Oh, our notes are pretty much the same.
No, you can't do that. I mean, I know you're both wear Stumpy shirts and stuff.
I know. No, tonight I have on my Christmas shirt.
Okay.
But no, it definitely has a really like Jason was saying, you get that kind of nutty, buttery flavor that you didn't get with the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony, how about you, man?
Yeah, I really like this one. It's got more caramel and sweet and buttery and oiliness, like everyone else is saying. You know, a lot more balanced. Hits the palate all over. Just coats the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Very different experience on this
Definitely
one.
a lot less heat than the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
This finish is sticking around. I'm still getting the finish on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It does hang around. Patrick, how about you, man?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with everybody's tasting. For me, the thing stand out on this one versus the other one is just how well balanced it is. It's more classic Bookers for me, like the caramel vanilla, it's a touch of rye spice, But I really enjoy how balanced it is.
Yeah. Tim, how about you, brother?
Getting some roasted almonds on this one,
Mhm.
which is unique. I think it's a unique flavoring on this one. I would be surprised. The first one came in way too hot, but it wouldn't surprise me if the proof on this one's the same, if not a little bit higher, because of that finish. And it's just a very well balanced bourbon
It's
that
just,
hides that proof
yeah.
level.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it just aged the right way in the barrel that has the traditional Booker's flavors. But I would be surprised. I'd be interested to hear what the proof is on this one because I think it's going to be a shocker.
Yeah, we will share all that information at the end when we do the names. We'll go over proof too. So that'll be good. Josh, how about you, man?
Yeah, so I definitely agree with some of the notes that have been said so far. Very desserty, and I feel like this one is more subtle. Like you get all that sweetness and the silkiness up front, and then for me, the heat is kind of like building and just warming me up. Where the first one, like it was like strong flavors, proof right away.
Right up
Almost.
front. Yeah, it hit you literally from the moment it hit your mouth. So, yeah, this one, very different experience.
Mhm.
It warms up. And yeah, but not just overpoweringly hot too. So that's
Yeah.
good.
And I only get like a touch of that, like almost like a whisper of the char towards the end, where the other one was like tons of char.
Tons of char. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What about the bacons there? What are you guys thinking as you taste this one?
Definitely much more complex to me than the first one. The first one was somewhat one-dimensional. This one was across the whole palate, from the front to the back, from the a little bit of heat at the beginning to the after. The after was nice. Lots of flavors. It runs through different flavors from the start to the finish. I liked it a lot. Very clever.
Very nice. Very nice. Other team here, the Robinsons. Let's hear what the Robinsons have to say. Oops, you're on mute. You're still on mute. Can you hear us? We can't hear you. We're going to come back to them.
There you go.
Oh, there you are.
There we go.
Oh, I was trying to hit your button there to help, but maybe I was hurting the situation, I think.
I think we were fighting each other. I think I really enjoy the balance that it hits front and back, not like a spice bomb up front like the first one did. And I definitely get the almond more. It's more almost a candied almond. And then it's just a real silky smooth.
Okay. All right. Melanie, what about you?
Ditto.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Unlike Carrie and Justine, you guys are married, so I'm going to say you can ditto somebody. So that's okay. You can be like, oh, we're together enough. We do this. So Carrie and Justine are just buddies, so no, they're not allowed to just say the same as her. That doesn't count.
Hey, we've been friends for like 30 years. That's right.
All right, maybe we'll consider it. Put in an application at the office. We'll look it over. All right, Paul, how about you, man?
I gotta say ditto with everybody else, except I pick up like some kind of like weird citrus thing, like in the finish, and it's more like a lemon, I think, than a traditional citrus. I don't know. I've tasted it like 3 times. Something keeps coming up, and I can't put my finger on it, but it leans towards citrusy finish to me.
Okay. Something else that I'm noticing here, again, it does change a little bit as the air gets to it and opens up. I just poured it and started the tasting, but to me, on the nose, I'm getting more of a cake-like nose than I did up front. So that's a little bit of an evolution there. The Legend, what do you think of this one? Or B? You're muted too, buddy. I'll try hitting the button. Hopefully I don't mess you up. Okay.
There.
I think you're open mic now.
I think I turned myself off.
Yeah.
On the nose, I find it sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree with everybody else. I think this is a lot more balanced than the first one.
Okay.
And it's got a great finish to it.
Okay.
This is really good.
This is really good. Okay. All right. again, you guys will get the opportunity to go back through these, do them side by side, which is always a good way to do it as you get ready to do your ranking. But for now, we're going to move on to C. So if you haven't poured C, do so now. Coloring on this one looks a little darker just than the other two. A little bit more of an amber hue to it.
More citrus for me on the nose on this one.
Yeah, very citrusy.
Definitely the citrus on the nose. Yeah.
Yeah, like a
really.
creamsicle too, because I'm getting some vanilla. It's creamsicle-ish on the nose.
I think a little herbal, almost grassy.
Grassy. Okay. What else is anybody getting on the nose on this one?
This one is the most nuttiest to me, and it has sort of a dusty nose.
Dusty funkiness like we talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like peanut shells or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was musty at first, but I think I'm going to go with dusty and grassy instead.
Dusty and grassy. Is that a compliment or not? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure. Okay. It's TBD because really all that matters is once we taste it. So yeah, dusty and grassy. We'll accept that at this point.
I'm going to get mine in before Justine does, so you can't say we copied.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to say it smells kind of like musty leather.
Okay. Again, I don't know that they'd want to put that on the label.
No.
Nose is like musty water.
Yeah.
Beams, they're watching this right now, taking notes. Oh, that's good. That's good. Musty water.
But then you almost get like a cooking spice, but
Okay.
it's weird.
Okay. Anybody else want to weigh in on the nose before we take a taste of this one?
Getting like a lemongrass note.
Like a lemongrass? Okay. Yeah.
And kind of like the overall aroma of like an old fashioned when you finish making it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I could see that. Or smell that, I guess. Yeah. All right, let's give it a taste. Last one. Cheers.
See, that one I get completely roasted peanuts, like real roasted peanuts
Yeah.
from Texas Roadhouse kind of thing.
Yeah, that's peanut brittle bomb to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely get the peanuts on there.
Very harsh to me.
Harsh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's actually more heat in the finish than there was up front.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of black pepper hot finish on the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of those where it comes back and kind of, dances across your tongue. You can feel all the spice hitting it.
Yeah, this has got some heat back and forth.
Giving you some zaps on the tongue. Yeah.
Getting like a very astringent herbal note, like mid palate. That's really turning me off on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One feels like the highest proof to me.
Yeah. All right. Justine, on the taste, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I have to go with the roasted peanut.
Mm-hmm.
It's got kind of like a weird aftertaste that I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, there's a definite aftertaste to this one. Rick, what are you thinking on this third and final one?
I'll go along with peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. Okay. Okay. From the bacons, what do you guys think?
we were actually trying to decide which one when we're kind of clear on the one that we like the best, we were trying to figure out which one comes in second or third.
Gotcha.
I've heard someone else say it. There's something just a little bit funky with this one. It's not bad, but there is some sort of a funk to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mr. Bill, you usually like to weigh in on these things. What do you got?
I like it real well. But for me, this is number 3. Yeah, pretty much what everybody else has said, peppery.
Peppery, yeah. Peppery, for sure.
So after I took that last drink and I took a drink of water and it like kind of intensified it, that weird taste afterwards is like corn silk.
Corn silk, okay.
Like you're husking a corn.
Corn silk, okay. Robinsons, what do you think?
Unmute me.
Oh, you're unmuted.
I kind of get a lemon pledge taste, almost a French. I mean, not in a really terrible way, but just.
I don't know that that's ever in a good way, right? Lemon pledge.
That's what I was saying. I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's a good lemon pledge in the good way.
If you like that smell, it's a good thing.
Right.
But, definitely not nearly as well balanced as the second one. Not as good as the mouthfeel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of a strange aftertaste.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm kind of with Justine. It seems like it has like a sweet aftertaste. It kind of pops up.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul's usually good at this stuff. He puts it into words well, so let's see what he comes up with.
I mean, peanut brittle is overwhelming to me on this one. I mean, I just can't get past that.
Okay.
Finish is like I don't know, like a black pepper.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's like not a heat, but a spice. I like it.
Okay. Okay. Josh, where are you at on this one?
I think the good things about it are I like the sweetness that hits you at first, but it fades quickly. It does have a decent mouthfeel and a long finish. But the finish is really peppery and drying, which I didn't really like that much. So
okay,
that's where I'm at.
All right, Tim.
Josh, the finish on this one's very interesting because I find it just staying just the back of the palate, not giving that hug all the way down. It just kind of sits there and just continues to fade away, and that pepper spice is what it's almost overpowering towards the end. It just keeps on sitting there. So I went back at it, added a couple drops of water, that opened it up more, which made it a lot more palatable on that, and I think smoothed it out. But it's not as well balanced as the other two that we've had so far.
Okay. All right. Let's check in with Patrick. See where he's at on this one.
Yeah, it's getting a little better for me. At first, I really didn't like it. I was getting like and even right now on the back, like something that's really astringent and herbal that I don't like. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of sweetening up and getting a little more of the vanilla caramel and the peanut brittle as it goes on. But for me, it's my clear third place without question.
Okay. Okay. Jason, how are you liking this one?
So for me, this is my number 2. Because I do appreciate that spice. You know, growing up eating chiles all my life, I like that pepper that gets you in the back. I enjoy that stuff. So for me, this one's my number 2.
This one's your number 2. Okay. All right. So here's where we're at. We've tried all 3. You're free now. We're going to give you a little bit of time to go back through all 3 on your own and then rank them 1, 2, and 3. And then I've also got a question. I know we've got a lot of Booker's fans here. Does anybody have a favorite batch coming in tonight? And if so, I'd like to know what it is. And again, you're not throwing anything off here because this is a blind tasting. You don't know which is which, so you're free to say the batch that you like best, if anybody'd like to. And then we'll see if you that's the one you picked. Anybody? have a favorite this year? Because once we do the voting and lock in, that's the favorite. No one else can say anything else because this is science here. This is clearly, this group it's science. So it becomes undisputable after tonight. Right now, you can say whatever you like, and that could be the best.
Granny's batch was my favorite this year.
Granny's batch was your favorite, Paul. Okay. Anybody else have a 2020 favorite?
Didn't get to try any this year. This is the first time, so
Okay.
looking forward to finding out.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
then
this
you
is
can,
the first I've tried them this year. I can
Okay.
tell you what my favorite last year was.
yes. Go ahead. Tell everybody. Because we're going to be doing that one too coming up. So
Country ham.
Country ham. So we're going to see when we do this blind tasting side by side if you pick out country ham as your favorite. We're going to be testing Justine. So yes, she's got a couple bottles of reserve on that. I know. So it's pretty cool. All right. Again, you're ranking 1, 2, and 3. 1 is your favorite, 2, second favorite, 3, third favorite. Very simple system. I'll go through and we'll have everybody tell me what their ranking is, 1 to 3. I'll give you just a couple more minutes if you're still doing some side-by-side tasting. It's fine.
Oh, Steve, I had the high bid on a bottle of Booker's in a God's Pantry food bank had a auction. I picked that up tomorrow. I don't know what version it is, but I'm picking it up tomorrow.
Picking up tomorrow. Oh, so yeah, you won. Cool. That'll be good. Well, I do like Booker's. It's a fun series for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You always gotta get them, and yeah, you get some favorites through the years. And the naming thing was huge. I really think that really made a difference in this product. The fact that they named the batches, not just numbered a system. I think it allows you as a consumer to remember them, and I just think it's really good for the brand for sure.
Hey, Steve, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you know how many barrels on average go into a batch of Booker's?
I do not. I've heard that before, but I'm at the age where I forget. So I don't actually know. I don't want to take a guess and be way off. So
Oh, okay, I was just curious.
yeah. Try. Let me go to Beam rep Stephen Eads, who was the king of St. Louis bourbon for the Beam Company. So good, he got promoted. He's in Miami now. Now I don't know if that's a step up. To me, St. Louis is a way better Booker's or Beam town than Miami. But yeah, he's a big deal now. So let me ask him real quick. I'm going to text him. Many barrels go. We'll see what he says. Because he was supposed to be on here tonight, but he said he has family things, so hopefully it doesn't stop him from answering a text. Approximate. Let's see what he says. All right, that's sent, and I'll keep an eye on that. All right. Is anybody still working, or are they ready to share their rankings? Does anybody need more time? Okay. What I'm going to do, I am going to switch over. I use the same computer for the spreadsheet versus this. That means I can hear you. I can't see you. So if you're trying to grab my attention by waving, which you could do when I'm on this, you'll have to speak out. I can, like I said, I can still hear you. I'm just going to run through the names as they are basically on the spreadsheet. Again, I'm just looking for 1 being your favorite, 2 your second favorite, 3 your third. Carl Bacon, you are first.
Hands down, B was my number 1.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, I switched 2 and 3 after I added a drop of water to them. I found C was much more, complex and enjoyable with just a dash of water. And then that moved A to being in my number 3 spot.
Okay. All right, Brendan Bacon, what was your ranking?
I'm gonna follow up. I think B was the most complex to me, most even, well balanced. And then I also had a drop of water to C, making that my second. And then A was good, just fell a little flat for me.
Okay. All right. Next up is Justine.
B was first.
Okay.
A was second.
Okay.
B was third.
All right. couple people not on here. Tony.
For me, B was a clear winner. C came in second, and A was in last because too much heat.
Too much heat. Okay. All right. Joshua.
B was first.
Okay.
A was second.
Okay.
And C was third.
C was third. Okay. Team Robinson.
We both had the same thing. So we had B is number 1.
Okay.
A is number 2.
Okay.
C is number 3.
All right. Carrie.
Okay, I went B, A, and C.
Okay. All right, Jason.
So like the Bacons and Tony, I'm Bravo Charlie Alpha.
Okay. Bravo, Charlie Alpha. Okay. I had no military experience, but I still got that down. Tim, Tim, you're next.
I am B, C, A.
B, C, A. Okay, I just got a long text here. We'll take a quick break from this, and Stephen is saying he's never been told because it varies widely on what Fred selects. Sometimes he selects barrels that are older and have way less liquid, and therefore they use more barrels in those because obviously if it's got less liquid, they have to get the batch numbers up. We're only told by percentage of the different barrels that go into each batch. So by age, that's all he knows. So he says he doesn't know. I think that's a company line there. I think.
Thank you for the insight. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's absolutely. He told us nothing. So it's a good corporate guy there. That's why he got promoted and is in Miami right now. So all right, Pat, what did you put?
I'm BAC.
BAC. Okay. Fred.
B by far, and A and C.
A and C. A and C keep going back and forth here. It's fun. All right, Rick, how about you?
BCA.
BCA. Okay. Bill?
BAC.
BAC. Okay. Paul?
I am B, C, A, and I think that's the order that they were released also.
Okay, you say B, C, A. All right. Did I miss anyone? Just checking. I think I had everyone. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, here's where we're at. B, a runaway, a clear runaway. It got everyone's first place vote. So you can't do any better than that, right? You can't do any better than that. A and C are tied. They're tied. They're tied with 21 points. B has 42 points. A and C both have 21. I think that seems oddly appropriate. I don't know why. I hate ties typically, but it seems like that's that. Maybe. All right. If we had to break the tie, I could come in and do it. Let's see what we got here. For the official record, of course, I'm seeing it, so it doesn't really count, but I would vote C over A. So I would say that we are B, C, A is the official thing. But in reality, we ended up in a dead heat tie. Crazy stuff. So now it's reveal time. Reveal time. So Paul believes I put it in the exact order they came out, which was Granny came out first, then the Boston, and then the Pigskin was the
yeah, BC. The order that we voted it, I think, is the order that it came out.
Oh, you think it's B, C, A?
B is Granny. I think C is Boston, and A is Pigskin.
Okay. Either way, either scenario, you didn't get it right. So I will tell you that A, which was our third place, was Pigskin. So Pigskin comes in at 127.3 proof. So Pigskin comes, that was our third place finisher, or tie, depending on how you look at it. In a second place, or tie, was Granny, the one that came out first of the year. That comes in at 128.4 proof. That was the one that tied, and I gave a nod to. I thought was a little bit better. And our clear winner, by far, the Boston batch, was the most balanced one. I think everyone would agree on that. This one comes in at 126.5 proof. So 126.5, 127.3, and 126. So yeah, the lowest proof out of any of them, but clearly the most flavorful. And I think there's no doubt based on what happened here. Didn't even get a second place vote. So I think that's a decisive win for the Boston batch. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to Team Beam on
So who's got some leads on the Boston match?
What was that? Sorry.
That who's got some leads on some Boston batch that I can find?
I
don't see any around
Oh
anymore.
yeah, it's still out there. I still see it. It's plentiful. Where are you at, Josh?
I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Okay. Yeah. Reach out to me, and if you really want some, let me know. I know a place that has some. I don't think it's too bad. Of course, it's going up.
Either way, if it was BAC, we're a bunch of drinkers, blood alcohol content.
Same thing, my friend.
Back and forth. BCA, BAC, it's cool.
Yeah, either way works, but yeah. So just a funny note. So we've got two different bloggers. So David Levine, he came up with Boston, which was the same one we picked. He said was a landslide. Kevin Rose, who also does this, he said Pigskin in a landslide. So interesting, the two different tastes, but that's how this stuff works. So
You said our A was Pigskin, right?
yes, correct. A is Pigskin, B is Boston, C is Granny. So very cool. All right. Well, as far as the official thing, we did what we set out to do. I'm going to do a little, I don't know if you call it a press release, but I'll do a thing tomorrow, a post. I did one, we did this 3-part project with the best bottom shelf bourbon. And initially I just did a post, said we did this. Nobody really clicked on it or anything, but when I put a photo of the bottle and then I wrote up what we did, it had over 10,000 interactions on Facebook. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing with this. I'm going to put a photo of the bottle and do a write-up and put it out there that this is what we did. So pretty cool stuff. And and we'll keep doing these kind of things. We do have one coming up in the spring where we're going to go back and do 2019. So I mean, ideally, I'd like to get to a point where we pick all the winners and then have just the winners bracket go against each other. So I don't know how many years we need to do to do that, but maybe just 4. So we've got 2018 locked up too. So maybe 2021, we'll put a winners bracket together, which would be pretty cool, I think. Great approach. With that, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to turn this off again because we've had a lot of people that unfortunately couldn't make it, so they'll be able to watch this. But I am going to stick around. If you have any questions, you want to talk bourbon, you want to talk about what we're doing at the ABV Network or anything else, I'm here. Thanks.